All right, so it is time. This is the Infinite Investment Game. I talk about alternative investments and collectibles. I don't give particularly investment advice, but hopefully you take this information to be more educated in these markets and to make better decisions. And I will say that this video is mostly going to be on sports cards and basically why sports cards are declining in price. And there's multiple reasons. There's economic factors, macroeconomic factors, but there's some other factors that people kind of forgotten about. And one of the simple ones is the market is now diluted. Before, people were just focused on football, basketball, and a bunch of people were coming in, and then those people got into baseball, which is fine. And this is all modern stuff. And even more so, it was ultra modern. It was really just ultra modern stuff going on. Then people moved and gravitated to modern. And when I say modern, I mean 1980 and after. But not only that, people were moving towards, I would say, modern from 2000 on, and then it went from like 1980 and 90 on for modern, and then people got into vintage as well. So then you had all this, you had the modern, ultra modern, and vintage for basketball, baseball, and football, and then people got into soccer, and in both ultra modern, modern, and vintage, people got into racing, F1, NASCAR, golf, MMA and UFC, wrestling, multi-sport, pop culture cards, and it didn't even have to just be humans. It had to be fictional characters and things such as that. So you're talking about the Pokemons, the Yu-Gi-Oh, the Dragon Ball Z, the Digimon, just speculation. Marvel cards, Disney, DC, Star Trek, Star Wars, Gotham, Fortnite, Jackass, Garbage Pail Kids, Walking Dead, X-Men Files, Harry Potter, Americana, Game of Thrones, and Magic the Gathering. All these speculative markets. Most of this stuff is going to go, probably not go to zero, but it's not going to do well, and it's not going to return. And it's really the same people. Yes, it's getting some new people in who maybe are into these certain series like Harry Potter and they want to collect cards, but it's mostly just these people who are originally into basketball and football are just spreading out to other things, and that's just diluting the market. So there's less stuff that you really get, and then every year they're coming out with new product. Every single year, multiple factory sealed boxes. People want to rip stuff. People want to speculate and maybe buy singles of the brand new stuff that was ripped, and there's different sets. You have high end, mid tier, and low end, and people are buying all three, to be honest with you. And then you have the issue of when Marvel happened, people want to get into comic books. You do have the traditional comic book collectors, and maybe some of them got into cards, but a lot of them switched up and got into comics. They're like, oh, I want to diversify. Comics haven't gotten big yet, so let me get into that. And then also great at video games. And so you see people going into these different markets, and you're just getting stretched thinner and thinner and thinner. And then the other issue is, as far as replacement, what I mean by replacement, a lot of people want to invest in a new crop of rookies. So it doesn't matter. Let's do 2018, right? Michael Porter Jr., Luka Doncic, Trae Young. You have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Miles Bridges, a bunch of other dudes. Okay, great. It takes longer for hype to die down for a lot of these other guys. Maybe it takes 3-4 years. Then, every year you get new guys coming into the market, and their science seem exciting, and they're guys who are surprising. They're like, oh, I didn't know this person was going to be this good. Maybe they can be like this guy who has multiple MVPs and a championship. Or they're like, oh man, he's struggling, but maybe he'll turn it around. All these other rookies or all these other guys who were stars now, they used to be rookies, did well. Well, maybe at first they kind of did well, then they kind of had a slump, and then they turned it around. And I'm just going to hold. And maybe they never turn around, or maybe they do. So I think that's the issue, and a lot of speculation going on with that. A lot of people are mistaken they're going to hold long term for a lot of guys. And even if they do become great, the issue is there's so many cars that have been manufactured. You're going to have so many new people come in. And they really need to become the best ever or the top 5 ever in their sport for them to get that kind of respect. And I think that's just some things that people aren't paying attention to. And then you have rally and collectible and stuff like that. So people want to buy shares. They think the best investments are the highest end stuff. Because even if things are poor to middle class people, the rich people are still going to be rich. So there's still stuff still going to have value. So I'm going to just buy shares. That dilutes the market as even more in a sense. And then money tied up in grading plays a role. But I think it's just like people's money is getting diluted. And also you having issues where, because people have been getting burned and things, it doesn't look as great to put money on your credit card or on your balance sheet or tab, or, you know, taking out loans for this stuff, because people don't see it continually going up. They're like, oh, it can go down too. And it's a higher likelihood of this stuff going down. But yeah, I mean, I would say that you're just going to see more of this because there's MetaZoo and other stuff that people are trying to speculate on, new stuff. And that stuff will go up and then it'll go down. And a lot of it is market manipulation. And people are starting to realize that. And people don't like being taken advantage of or manipulated or made fool of. And they pull back a little bit. And they try to be smarter with their purchases. And that's what's going on, and that's why the market is going down. This was inevitable, but it's even more so now, just because other economic factors, macroeconomic factors, are just uncovering the veil over what's really what's going on in sports cards. And yeah, that concludes my video. If you like it, let me know. Like it. Please comment whether you like it or not, and let me know what you want me to talk about next.